Namaste. Thank you for being here today. Also, if you're watching afterwards, I hope you enjoy the clouds. Beautiful sunny day. Apologies if the light is not great, but I don't know how to solve that unless I sort of try to put a curtain on the window. So yes, we're going to be doing a class for arm balances, so to gain strength or strengthening the arms. We're going to be doing a lot of side planks. As I always say, like if your wrist is painful, if you're suffering from carpal tunnel syndrome or repetitive strain, be gentle, always bring the elbow down, bring the knee down. I always offer different options. It's going to be a quite dynamic sequence, so there will be a lot of side planks and other exercises, but you can always modify to adapt to your own body. And so having said that, please take a comfortable position and just sit down. We'll do a little bit of centering. Close your eyes if that's okay with you. Forgot to put the microphone, apologies. Remember, if you need to talk to me now, you need to use the chat, so I can't hear you with the microphone on. We're going to bring the awareness to the physical body, assessing how we're feeling today. Remember, no right or wrong answer. If we're feeling absolutely knackered, that's absolutely fine. I didn't sleep very well myself last night. My baby woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. If you're feeling super energetic because it's super sunny, it's wonderful as well. So doesn't matter, we just assessing. Bring the awareness to the shoulders, especially to the shoulders, top of the shoulders and arms, and assess whether you have any tension or you feel quite loosened, or I don't know. And it doesn't matter, again, just kind of noticing. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Last time, inhale and exhale. You can keep your eyes open or closed. It doesn't matter. Just gonna move the shoulders forwards in circles. And then backwards. And then combination forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. Bring the arms in front of you. Bring the left arm across. Release the shoulder down. Bring it towards you. Release the face. And then inhale, come back to center. Do the same on the side. Release the shoulder down. Bring them back to center. Bring the palms of the hands to face forwards, and then integrate the shoulder onto the shoulder joint. So bringing the shoulders backwards. Open the arms, bring the palms of the hands, the face back, and then open the chest. And then release. Wonderful. I'm gonna start and this is here because I might need it, and I always recommend please have a block around you, at least one, because we're definitely gonna need it. So if you don't have something that looks like a yoga block, then anything like a book or something like that. Anyway, come into hands and knees, and then again free movement like we normally do, because it's wonderful to just see what the body needs at the beginning of the class. Allowing your body to move in any direction, it doesn't matter. exploring movement. Assessing what feels good, what doesn't feel so good. And then really slowly coming back to center and taking a neutral spine. Bring the knees slightly back. Keep the hands pushing onto the floor. Tuck the toes under and keeping the knees bent. Lift a little bit. We're going to open the feet to the sides, like almost like mat width apart. And we're going to do some bouncing. Bouncing forwards with the inhale and backwards with the exhale. Maybe a couple of more times. And then bring the knees down. We're going to work a little bit on our wrists first. So start walking the hands to the sides and fingers to point towards you, and then back, and then in, and then again, and then back towards you, and then in. And then bringing the hands into fists. We're doing the same, we're opening the arms and then closing them. So what we call gorilla hands. And then again, hands flat on the floor underneath your shoulders. Walk the hands around so that the fingers point towards you. And now, assess first what you can do before trying to do it really fast. Start bringing your heels or your sit-bones towards your heels, rather. At some point, this is going to start being quite uncomfortable on your wrists. So come back. Go back again, assess. Come back. And as usual, my postman always comes in these times, so apologies about the noise. And one more time. And then back. And forwards. Walk the hands back. Come onto the heels. Bring the hands into prayer position and do some what I call flamenco hands, but also called Tibetan prayer flags. So if you can sort of visualize one of these mountains in Tibet with all the beautiful flags, and then the other way around, flying onto the wind. And then bring the hands back onto the floor, tuck the toes under, come up, but we keep the knees bent. Come forwards into plank pose. Exhale, back into tiger dog. Come forwards into plank pose. Exhale, tiger dog. Come forwards into plank pose, tiger dog. Next time you come forwards into plank pose, and tuck the toes, and come into cobra pose. First, maybe you need to lower yourself down. Bring the hands towards your knees, or at least not towards your knees, but like kind of that's the sort of push that you need to be actioning. Hands towards your knees, chest forwards, shoulders back, elbows in. And then tuck the toes under, come back up, down dog. Inhale forwards into cobra. Exhale, down dog. Twice more. Inhaling forwards into cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Bring the right knee down. Pivot onto the left foot. Bring the right hand underneath your head or slightly forwards. Inhale, lift the left arm towards the ceiling. And like almost like if you wanted to open your chest loads towards the ceiling. Bring the arm back. Bring the hand behind your head. Push the hand onto the head, onto the back of the head, and the head onto the hand. And then release. Same thing other side. So stretch the right leg back, Come into side plank, the other side. Start opening the arm to the back. Loads, loads, loads. Bring the hand behind your head. Rest the head onto your hand. The hand pushes back your head. And then come back. And then back to down dog. Inhale, move forwards into plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling, moving forwards into plank. Exhale, down dog. One more time, inhale. Plank. Exhale, down dog. With the next inhale, lift the right leg back and up. And exhale, foot forwards between the hands. Inhale, bring the hands to the front leg without losing balance like I've just done. And bring the base of the ribs back, loads. Once you've got that, inhale, lift both arms up. As you exhale, bring the hands forwards and down, brushing the hands on the floor, bring them up. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come down. Exhale, coming down. And one more time, inhale. This time we bring the hands to the heart center. And on the next exhale, we bring the left elbow outside the right knee. And we twist. If this is super difficult, bring the knee down, the back knee down. And just simply take a twist. It's your choice here. You can even release one hand and open the other one. See what works for you. Keep breathing. See if you can maybe open the arm if you've got it straight. And then exhale, release. Hands to frame the front foot. Step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Move forwards into a plank. Exhale. Down dog. Inhaling, moving forwards into plank. Exhale, down dog. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Take a moment here and inhale, lift the left leg back and up. Exhale, foot forwards between the hands. Bring the hands to the knee or to the thigh, rather. And then move the base of the spine back. Try to square the hips. Once you've got all those actions, front knee on top of the ankle, back leg straight. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, release down. That's one. We're gonna do 4 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, lift. Next time we bring the hands to the heart center, and with the next exhale, we start revolving towards the left, looking up towards the ceiling. Remember, you can release one hand down here and open the other arm towards the ceiling, and even open the arm to the side. Really up to you. Come back. Frame the front foot. Step back, down dog. Release the head. Inhale, come forwards into plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up. Maybe watch me first. Release the leg and kind of insert it underneath the left leg, sending the foot to the side. Move all your body weight onto the right hand and start opening into this version of side plank. Remember, if this is crazy and not able to do it, you can always bring the knee down and take a different version of Pashtistasana, side plank. Keep breathing. And then exhale, release back into down dog. Inhale, come forwards into plank. This time, release down into cobra or upward facing dog. If you're in upward facing dog, the only thing is on the floor, your hands and the tops of your feet. You can move a little bit from side to side, or you can be in cobra in Bhujangasana. And then back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg back and up. Exhale, insert it under, thread it underneath the right leg. Start pivoting onto the left hand and lifting the right arm towards the ceiling. Remember, you can do another version of it, completely different with your knee down. And then exhale, release. Come back, release. Move forwards into plank. Then lower down, either cobra or upward facing dog. In both cases, your chest moves forwards, your shoulders are relaxed, and your hands want to move towards your knees. Bring the knees down, sit back into Balasana Child's Pose. Take a moment here, catch up with your breath. See what's happening, whether anything has changed, whether you still feeling really energetic or a bit tired now. Bring the hands back, down, push onto the mat, tuck the toes under, lift into down dog. We're going to do a different version of this that we were just doing. And I'll perhaps do the left side before. We're gonna go into a pose called Widget Cross. Inhale, lift the left leg back and up. And exhale, insert it underneath the right leg and then slide the leg, both legs down. So one leg is to the side and the other one is to the back. And then come down to the floor. Option number one, to stay here. Option number two, grab the foot. And then extend the other arm to the side. If you don't have a space like I don't, you can have a cactus arm. Breathe here. Release the hand from the leg. Tuck the toes under on the right foot. Step back, down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up. Thread it underneath the left leg and come down to the floor. Option two, simply stay here. Or option two, grab hold of the toes. Stretch the other arm to the side. And then hands back underneath the shoulders. Push yourself back up into down dog. And then you can do a little bit of movement from side to side. Wonderful. Then both knees look forwards between the hands and step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest halfway, look towards the horizon, and exhale, fall forwards and down. Take a moment here. Inhale, press into the feet, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit more dynamic flow. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, fall forwards and down. Inhale, halfway lengthening. Exhale, step back with the right foot. Walk the left foot towards the side and bring the right knee down. From here, simple pulsating forwards and backwards. Remember, if your knee is kind of not happy, you need to put something underneath your knee. Wonderful. Next time you come forwards, tuck the toes under if you don't have them tucked. Move all your body weight onto the left. Lift the leg. And open your left arm towards the ceiling and perhaps a little bit more. And then exhale, release. Step back, down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up. Exhale, foot forwards between the hands, walk the foot towards the side. Bring the knee down. Then start leaning onto that left side. And then lifting the leg of the floor and the right arm towards the ceiling. And breathe. And then exhale, release. A little bit of pulsating again. Forwards and backwards. This time we're going to tuck the toes under if we don't have them tucked and lift into pyramid pose. Remember, for your pyramid pose, both legs should be straight and your hips should be square. Also, your pelvis should be level. Wonderful. We're going to transition from your pyramid pose into triangle pose. And for that, maybe you want to have a block around you. Plant the block outside that right foot and then start pivoting onto the back foot. Inhale, lift the left arm towards the ceiling. Gather your energy towards the center of your body by bringing both legs towards each other. And then very subtle letting go of maybe half of it, 50% out of that energy. Then start bringing down to the side as well. And even if you can move the block, if you have a block, back and open a little bit more. Be careful that the block doesn't slide like mine and you end up somewhere in the middle of the floor. And then from here, release. Walk the hands to the middle of the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale into Prasarita Padottanasana and walk over to the other side, moving the block with you. So take the block over to the other side for Trikonasana. Onto the other side. Find the traction in your legs where you gather all the energy towards the middle. Then let go of some of it. Lift the arm towards the ceiling and then maybe open it up to the side. Keep breathing. And then release. Walk the hands back to center. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fall forwards and walk over to the other side. Bring both legs together by stepping forwards. Inhale, halfway lengthening. Exhale, fall forwards and down. Take a moment here in your falling forwards position. You can move the head from side to side. Maybe even bringing hands to opposite elbows and releasing the head. And then really slowly coming all the way up. Release the arms. Very nice. Okay, so sort of a vinyasa sequence. Bringing the feet underneath your hips. Take a moment here, you can move backwards and forwards onto your toes and your heels, finding your center of gravity. And inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, fall forwards and down. Inhaling, halfway lengthening. Exhale, step or jump back into plank pose. Bring the right hand underneath the head. Pivot onto the right foot and then come into Vashisthasana. Remember, you can bring the left foot back and take a sort of a version of Vashisthasana or an easy version of wild thing. Bring the arm in line with the ear. And then come back to center. Plank pose. Coming into either Bhujangasana, Cobra, or upward facing dog. Your choice. And then back into downward facing dog. And breathe. Inhale, move forwards into plank. Bring the left hand underneath the head. Pivot onto the left foot. Come into plank. Side plank. Maybe bring the top foot behind you and the arm in line with the ear. Keep breathing. And then coming back to plank. Bring the knees, the chest, and the chin this time. Inhale, bring the chest forwards, hands back, shoulders down, elbows in. And then coming back to down dog for 5 breaths. On your fifth exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, a step or jump forwards. Inhale halfway. Exhale, four. Inhale, press onto the feet, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Take a moment here, a couple of breaths in your mountain pose. With the next inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fall forwards. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back. Plank pose. Stay here, maybe move from side to side a little bit. And then push back into down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up. This time bend the knee and look underneath the right armpit. When you're here, do some circles with the foot, one direction and then the other direction. Very slowly, option to stay here or option to come into wild thing. If you come into wild thing, you bring in the top foot down behind you, stretch the left leg, lift the hips, and stretch the arm over the head. And then really slowly coming back. Stretch the leg again, back, up. This time we're going to bring the knee forwards, right knee forwards, and come into pigeon pose straight after it, before we do the others. Come into pigeon of your choice, whether you just want to stay here, or maybe you want to come down onto your shoulders, or even bring the head down, or bring the hands in pranam, so that the shoulders open a little bit more. Really your choice here. Keep your hips square, like both knees drawing towards each other, so that your pelvis lifts, engage through the core, pelvic floor active. Release the face. And bring the hands underneath the shoulders. And then tuck the toes under, and we're coming back to down dog. And here we can move the hips from side to side, head from side to side, do a little dance. And whenever you're ready, inhale, lift the left leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip, look underneath the left armpit. Once you're there, you can start moving the ankle. One direction, other direction. Coming into wild thing or just staying there. Coming to wild thing. Release that foot down. Stretch the left arm in line with your head. Lift the hips. And then really slowly into three-legged dog, or if you were into your three-legged dog, stay there. Bend the knee, bring it down, pigeon pose. Stretch the other leg to the floor. Find your center. Draw one knee towards the other. Square your hips, and then come forwards. 5 breaths here. And then inhale, come up. Bring the back leg forward. Then come into Malasana. So we're coming into a squat pose. You might or might not be able to get your heels down. If you don't get your heels down, you can put a cushion or a block or something underneath so that you're a bit more supported. Wherever you are, your knees are pushing into the elbows and the elbows are pushing back out. With that action, dual action, you lift the chest. Wonderful. We're going to try one more arm balance, which we have tried before in one of our previous classes, called crow pose or Bakrasana. And please just try, be playful with it, be creative. If you don't get there, you don't get there, but at least you're trying, right? We're having the hands down, lift the sit bones up, stretch. You can do this from a block as well, and you're already gaining height. Bring the knees towards the higher parts of your arms, and then lean forwards, right? And look forwards. Maybe you're just able to lift one foot. Maybe you're able to lift both. Remember, wherever you are, you just try. So maybe you can even just simply pulsate. Pulsate. Like little jumps. Like if you were a little bird in the nest and you would just stay learning how to fly. And engage through the core, through the pelvis, and then release and come down. Ha! Very nice. Very, very nice. Well done, guys. And then come down onto the floor. Very nice. So we're gonna bring the right knee onto the chest and we're gonna cross it over the left leg for this pose called Suchirandasana or figure of 4. Bring both legs towards you. First, assess where you can grab hold of. So maybe it's the back of your thigh, or if you're super flexible and your hips are really open, maybe you can grab the front of your shin. You can also rock from side to side. This might be really good for your sacrum, or maybe not. Maybe you're having a lot of pain on your sacrum and that's excruciating. So assess whether this is for you or not. Okay. We're going to wrap our legs around. So as they are, wrap the right leg around the left. Like if you were going on to eagle legs or eagle pose. Open your arms into cactus, bending at the elbows. And now drop your feet down, walk the hips a little bit, slightly to the right, and drop your knees towards the left. Now, if you, like me, have very tight iliotibial band, might not be that good. So maybe you don't want to go all the way down to the floor. Maybe you just want to stay here, maybe do a little bit of pulsating. Again, assess where you are. And then coming back to center, bring your knees up. Maybe grab hold of the edges of the mat and then see if you can move the legs to one side. And inhale back to center and onto the other side without falling. Inhale and exhale. And then come back to center and release the legs. Bring the feet towards the edges of the mat and let the knees rest onto each other. Restorative pose. a moment. And now bring the left knee in. Place the left foot on top of the right thigh, and then bring the hands to a comfortable place. And you can rock from side to side, of course. Wonderful. And the foot down and wrap the left leg around the right this time. Bring the arms into cactus. Walk the feet towards the left a little bit, and then drop the knees towards the right. Remember, the maximum point is when your left elbow or left shoulder blade is leaving the floor. So for me, that's probably too much. I need to assess the pose. And then find a comfortable position and stay there. And come back to center. Wrap onto the edges of the mat. Bring the knees up, still wrapped, and then move to one side. Inhale back to center, onto the other side. Inhale back to center. One side, and the other side. And then release, and we're gonna stretch the psoas. For these exercise, it's wonderful to have a block. Again, if you don't have it, it's absolutely fine. But with a block, you achieve much greater stretch. So bring the block underneath your hips, underneath your sacrum, where the bone is. Bring the right knee onto the chest, and then stretch the left knee up. And you can or cannot bring the foot down. What I suggest is that you do a little bit of bringing the knee in and lifting the leg, and bringing and allowing the knee to go out and the leg to go down. And then really slowly releasing into stillness. Maybe the foot goes down. Check what happens when you do that. There is not so much engagement of your abdominal muscles here, but there is much more stretch of your psoas. And then release and bring the left knee onto the chest. And then the same, lifting the knee towards you. A little bit more. And then into stillness, releasing the heel down, shoulders away from the ears. Remember, if you don't have a block, you can still do it. But of course, the other leg doesn't really do that much from the floor. And then release. Bring the feet onto the floor, elbows bend, hands pointing towards the ceiling. Into Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Inhale, lift the hips. Keep the feet where they are. Keep lifting through the hips, and now extend the arms over the head. And exhale, release down. Inhale, lift it. Releasing a little bit of tension on the arms from so many arm strengthening. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Wonderful. Bring the knees into the chest this time. Give yourself a little hug and lift the head towards your knees. Move from side to side, or rock from side to side. Then release the head down. Bring the right hand to the outside of the right foot, and bring the knee towards your armpit. Now stretch the other leg, the left leg down onto the floor. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, release the leg up. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, release the leg out. On the other hand, keep going. The hand is pushing onto the foot, and the foot is pushing back like a knee. One more time. Bend the left knee this time. Stretch the right leg. Release. Inhale, lift. Twice more. And then bend both knees, grab hold of the feet, and come into Ananda Balasana, happy baby. And rock from side to side. And then whenever you're ready, release the legs down to the floor, extend the legs onto the floor. Allow the feet to drop to the sides, shoulders away from the ears. And release the Savasana for the next 3 minutes. And I know it's very easy to skip this time, especially if you're watching afterwards and go on to something else, but this is the most important time of the practice where we receive all the benefits, or it's called the somatic nectar of the practice. So I really encourage you to stay at least 3 minutes, or if you're watching after, to stay for as long as you want. Sometimes when I'm doing my teacher's classes, I stay for 15 minutes. It's like a little mini siesta. 3 minutes of silence. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Start bringing some movements back. Breathe out, they might be moving face or fingers. If you can, maybe you also want to stretch your arms since we've been using them so much. So maybe take a deep stretch and bring your arms over the head. And whenever you're ready to come out of final relaxation, roll them to the right side of your body and come into a seated position. Bring the hands to the heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, or if you're watching later on, I hope you enjoyed fast. Namaste. Thank you very much and enjoy the lovely sunny day today.